Hadoop exam learning resources. In this session we'll be discussing about EC2 instances status checks. So based on this, actually you will get a one exam question, so that's the reason I'm going to take in little bit. So let's first start an EC2 instance. By default, just go to here, Amazon console, go to EC2, and let's start and launch a new instance. Here I'm using the free tier. Okay, so we just this free tier eligible, and just by default Amazon Linux image I will select it and select the general purpose T2 micro instance here, and review and launch. Okay, so next configuration. Okay, just click next. So number of instances 1, purchasing option request is spot instances, no, we don't. Let's keep everything as it is. Okay, network, it's by default it would be launched in the VPC. Okay, subnet, no preference for the subnet right now, as it is auto assign public IP. So I'm not going to change anything. Let's discuss later on. Actually there are some advanced configuration also there, so we're not going to do. Add storage, by default whatever is 8 GB, we don't want such amount, 1 GB. Okay, because we have storage size is 5 GB limit, correct? So I don't know what exactly, so I don't need too much here. So this is again no root volume, we are not going to change this. So I would suggest like you keep reading this thing, because it is very important for your exam perspective. So okay, you will be launching this following stages, devices and general purpose SSD. Okay, so let me take the magnetic. Okay, because we don't need. Free tier eligible customer can get up to 3 GB of EBS general purpose SSD or magnetic storage. So we have still 30 GB eligibility, so no worry, but I have reduced to 1 GB, no worry. So let's go to and tag the instance. Okay, we'll just give the name. So okay, right now a tag consists of the case sensitive keyword, it's the name value pair, so just to identify. So I would say name is Hadoop exam and value is EC2 server. Okay, so next configuration, security group. I'm not going to change anything with the security group as of now. Let's keep as it is. Review and launch. Okay, so this is again just I don't want like to be changed. Okay, so now this is the review page. Okay, let's finish it out, launch. Right now I'm not going to create a key value pair, I have to create it, otherwise it won't me allow create a new key value pair. I would give name as Hadoop exam and download key pair. Okay, so now we have downloaded key pair. I'm not going to use it. It is like useful when volume size is 1 GB smaller than snapshot CD, expected size is greater than 8 GB. So back and to review screen, and okay, we need to change it. So that's the things actually you need to do really hands-on, so you will get to know what exactly is the problem, and in the exam what can you do. Okay, so this kind of things you can edit storage. I would change it to 8 GB and then review and launch. Okay, so now it is 8 GB, launch. Let's see. So we are not going to download again the key. Your instance is now launching. So let's go to the EC2 console again by clicking the instances. So you can see here the status is pending. Okay, so now let's go here. The main intention I have launched this instances is to show you something regarding status check. So there are two type of status checks available: system status check and instance status check. So what are the system instance checks? You just Google it and you will find it about on the AWS documentation. So it's very simple. System status check, if anything happens like loss of network connectivity, loss of system power, so wherever, so like okay, what exactly system status is exactly, let me show you. First, let me clean the screen. Uh, Here I'll show you. Okay, so this is my physical server. On this, various EC2 instances launched. These all are EC2 instances launched on this, correct? These all are EC2 instances. My website is hadoopexam.com. Install on this. I want to install on this, so I have started this EC2 instance server, and this would be belong to some any other company. I might not own it, but this is the physical hardware I'm using. But somehow this physical hardware is having some problem, so that's the come under the system status check. So this is related to your physical server, not actually your virtual server. So that is part of loss of network connectivity. You could lose the network connectivity because some hardware failure on your physical machine. Loss of system power, to wherever this physical server is hosted in availability zone, there is a power issue, correct? Software issues on the physical host is also comes under the like some software is issues like to run your EC2 instances, like some this needs to connect with the hypervisor is used. So there is some issue with the hypervisor or something, or hardware issue with the physical host. So this all comes under the system status check. So there are two type of status checks: system status check and instance status checks. That is very important to remember. And what needs to be done actually if my system fails, like it shows like system status checks is not good. Like here you can see it is initializing, or still we don't have the status about what is happening. It might show you like here you can see it's initializing, so it is taking time. Okay, so what needs to be done if something goes wrong and status check says it's a failed or impaired status? So it means there is some problem with this physical server. So what we will do, we will stop this server or virtual instance and we will start it again. So what happens in the behind the scene is actually internally it changes the physical host when you start and stop your EC2 instance, and it could be launched on the different physical servers, because there is some problem with this physical server. So the question is based on this. You need to see if your question is asking you like question mentions system status checks failed. If this keyword you have to focus, if system status checks failed, then what action needs to be taken? You need to stop the server and start it again, your EC2 instance. So it would be hosted on the different physical server. So that action needs to be taken. Similarly, so this system is reachability check passed. Okay, so the first step is passed. Now is just checking the instance status check. Okay, so now let's go to this log, and this is, see here it's also mentioned, for example, by stopping and starting an instance, or by terminating and replacing an instance. So these are the action you can take to resolve this type of issue. Instance status checks means failed the status system status checks. Okay, it is not able to find the what is the system status checks itself, is trying to find instance, then it is a problem. Incorrect network or startup configuration. Whenever you launch an instance, there is some configuration you want to do related to your VPC and your some startup script you have provided, then also this comes under the instance check. So what is there, I mean here is actually the instance EC2, which is like I would draw a computer. Okay, so this is the virtual instance on the your physical host. So there is a problem with the operating system of this EC2 instance itself, or there is some misconfiguration related to networking for this virtual server. Okay, this virtual server specific, not about physical server on which host it. The memory, the memory is not enough for you to process your request when user is doing. Corrupted file system, the files which are stored on this would be corrupted. Okay, and incompatible kernel, like kernel is not compatible, the virtual machine you have created and the underlying kernel is for the used would not be compatible with each operating system, then this kind of instance status fails. So what needs to be done actually, as we know, like this is the problem with our EC2 instance, not the physical server which is hosting this EC2 instance. So what we are going to do here is actually we will just reboot. It's kind of restart. There is a different, okay, in your Windows PC you restart is different than in cloud world. The reboot is a different. It will actually restart your virtual machine by doing many even you can change the configuration for the rebooting. Okay, so rebooting will not change the like private IP address and instance ID or etc, but restart and stop will change your instance ID, private IP address would be changed. So that's the reason you will just reboot your instance, and it would be, there would be any problem, it can clean it out. So that is the how you can solve the instance status checks fail. So by rebooting and or instance, or by making instance configuration changes, so you can solve this kind of problem. So this entire thing you should read it, actually it would be helpful, but still focus on the system keyword, the system status check and instance status checks in the exam. So it would help you to answer your questions. If here this is the instance status checks, then you need to just reboot, and if it is a system status check, then you have to just start and stop your server, stop and start your server. Okay, so let's go to the instance. Like both the status have passed here, so I'll be going to stop this server. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope this would help you. So again, I wanted to suggest you go to the quicktechie.com, go register here and watch all the training sessions like which will be created as part of this. Just register, click register here, and it would be launching the free training sessions here. And under free training sessions you can just go to the AWS Qt video and you can watch all the videos which is part of. So I will not be publishing all the videos on the YouTube, but few of them. And this training is provided by the hadoopexam.com. So hadoopexam.com is providing the certification solution for the Amazon AWS professional solution architect, associate level, AWS developer certification, sysop certification. So just go to hadoopexam.com and you see the number of questions available for each certification, and you can start practicing for the real exam. And you can check the testimonial section from here just by clicking on this. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I hope you like this session. If you're watching this session on the YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe the channel, so whenever we upload new sessions, it would be available to you. Thanks for watching.